Feeling primed, alert. This is the kind of matchup if you're not on your A game and the other guy is.
What's your goals for this game?
You're on feed, let's go.
What's up, MP? Dude, it reminds me, when did you find your hamster? Ooh, I wanted to.
Over here, over here. Those kicks, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Coach Van Gundy with these two bigs. I know this is a matchup you in particular are very excited about.
Yeah, Kevin, this really feels like a throwback matchup to me. With this style of game, running it through the centers, I feel like I should be on the sideline yelling at these guys.
It's been a while since MP has been challenged to tally more assists than his opponents. How would you rate his progress so far?
MP's been attached to the mission, right? He's been on the lookout for making the right play most possessions. That repetition bodes well for accomplishing his goals as a passer.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Wynn. Christie is out there with Jonas. And it's Martin in at the small forward position. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Right side, Martin. To the paint. Heat moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
MP's gone 2 of 2 from three-point land tonight. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Minnesota on D. It's a three-point game. Here's Jonas.
Look, that's full commitment from MP defensively. Just smothers the shooter there.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. So far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck has it, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Edwards got his second bucket of the night.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Driving the lane, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my gosh. Just throw it up to the square, and Bam will do the rest.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I caught up with the head coach from Minnesota. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Heat knocking down the tray. And here's MP for 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I think MP knew exactly what he wanted to do here. He was determined to answer that last 3. Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about his offense.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Jonas, and it's blocked. Right side, Edwards takes a three, and the three ball is good. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game, and the Heat going with a whole new group on the floor. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Timberwolves, number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. You know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect. And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Fudge. Out the basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Timberwolves leading by 9. It's Edwards on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists in the game. Higgins outside. Sabonis' screen on Edwards. Wiggins inside the line. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Houdini. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And they recover it. Floats it up for MP. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Showing off some athleticism there. This is why MP's teammates are always looking for the lob.
And the foul called on him. So it's the Timberwolves now. They've led by as many as 14 points. On the floor for Miami, we've got Tyler Hero. Also Christie out there. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Sabonis. And it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. And stolen by MP. Shots good by Topic.
Well, that's a perfect example of turning defense into offense. Courtesy of MP's anticipation and quick.
Clock at 6. Rebound, Minnesota. This team is firing on all cylinders, with the win streak tying the Heat's 2013 record of 27 wins. How many more wins will they be able to string together?
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Magic was a man on a mission. He ended up with 44 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Great stuff, Allie. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over. Tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. Now, I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Bam Adebayo comes in for Domantas Sabonis. And it's Jonas in for Wiggins. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. To stand, multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Khalil Ware's checked in for the Heat. Martin comes in for Christie. Houdini, and a little luck that time, but it drops. MP's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Jonas, covered by MP.
And that's his fourth foul, and we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his...
And we've reached halftime in this one. Timberwolves lead by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year.
Well, these guys, they've been giving us a preview. Every night you see them do something special.
It's been like that all season long. Amazing showmanship. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Heat.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half... He's checked in for the Timberwolves. A three off the inbound. MP drills the three.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
MP out there with Topic. Then there's Anthony Edwards. It's Berger in at center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now, Ware. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And I'm loving the energy MP is attaching with. He's not giving this defense any room to breathe.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, guys. Well, a bit of... Tyler Hero said, we've got a bunch of young guys who can come in and put in the work, and that's what I'm all about. This is an organization that values that, and it's important that we all have the same vision as the young guys start to grow up. Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Jonas. And the Heat, another three.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Edwards, good.
I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's blocked.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Master Murray Boyle. MP kicks to Edwards. A three from MP. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Heat trail by 20. Outside, Martin. Here's Jonas. 16 points for him.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. These are the top distributors of the basketball for the last 10 games, as shown on the 2K leaderboard. While you look at Jonas, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved. And, of course, Nikola Topic. He's another guy that knows how to get the ball to his teammates in places that make them successful.
It's made the fans of both those guys, I think, extremely happy, seeing the way they've been passing and sharing the ball.
Hendricks can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Christie finds MP. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Wiggins. And the foul called on MP. The Wolves call time here. They lead by 20. And you talk about the best center in the league. Sabonis certainly, Stan, is in that group.
He sure is, Kevin. The second Sabonis to be in that group. And look, this guy can do it all. He is one of the best passing bigs in the league. He's one of the best rebounding bigs in the league. And he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. A tough guy to deal with.
On the court for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Jonas is out there with Christie. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won.
All right, bet. Here's what's gonna happen. We'll win.
Yeah, a couple superstars. More than a couple. I don't know. I don't trust his names too.
Okay, let's all dive back in and figure out if we can reach a consensus on this.
Yo, MP, let's go. Here comes trouble.
good, my guy.
Let's talk about practice, Chris. Right here at the team practice.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And midway through the season, is this the point in the schedule where players start to feel some fatigue set in?
Oh, yeah, the adrenaline of the beginning of the year has worn off at this point. Everybody is feeling it. This is when you're counting on that preseason conditioning to get you through the rigors of a very long season.
Rest and recovery, most important thing this time of year.
No substitutes for those.
And MP has made it known. For this recent stretch, he's been focused on getting his teammates more involved, distributing the load.
And so far, MP has been doing a good job matching what he set out to do. He wanted to rack up a lot of assists, and he's been doing that at an impressive rate. But in his mind, and maybe some critics as well, MP appears to have the potential to improve upon this moving forward.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Topic out there with MP. Then there's Anthony Edwards, and it's Baron J in at the center position. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. MP's got 8.
Yeah, and MP keeps the defense honest, just spacing them out from the corner.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's MP following the score by Atlanta. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
To the inside, here's Murray Boyles, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Just great timing and great hops. MP had all the ingredients for an excellent alley-oop.
Young misses.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
A nice shot by MP.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Bryant, he's checked in for the Hawks. And as we continue through January, here are the latest power rankings. You look at the Hawks, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they're the best team in the league. No surprise at all. I mean, they have the talent. They will be a factor in the title race.
Now here's Johnson. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Pass to Rizachet. 6 to shoot. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Minnesota with the ball. Really controlling it. An 18-2 run here.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Now here's Johnson. 17 points in his last outing. And Atlanta misses again. From deep, MP. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Hawks trail by 21. Fires, top of the key. Young can't hit. Minnesota's gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. Now here's Bryant, guarded closely. No good off the glass. Minnesota leading by 21. Pass to MP, puts up a 3, knocks it down from distance. MP's got 22 points.
Wow, some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Here's Rizachet. No made baskets yet. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
The kick out to Young. And it's off from three-point range.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Pick this pocket. Pass to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Kicks it out to MP. The three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the Hawks call time here. McNeely's checked in for the Timberwolves. Rollins comes in for Topic. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Young. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Simmons' size and strength make him a tough cover inside. The defense gets sloppy, and of course they foul him.
Second free throw, no good. Here's MP into the lane. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And here's Bryant outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. This is a team that simply refuses to lose. They've won 29 games in a row and want to keep this incredible streak going.
Yeah, look, I've been on some teams that had some great runs. It is so hard because you have to be talented. You've got to be 100% bought in, but then you also need some luck. 50-50 balls bouncing your way. They're getting all of that and then some.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked.
The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. Tim, we've seen the offensive game of Quentin Grimes go through the roof.
Yeah, B.A., he is playing with major confidence right now. In high school and college, he was a lead guard, and that comfortability with the ball is evident.
Let's go now to the
last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He dropped 50 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Good stuff, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Powell, he's checked in for Bryant. Back to MP. Launches it. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Here's Rizachet, and he jams it home with authority.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
They set a pick. MP drives in. Oh, MP throws it down.
What an athletic sequence from MP. I thought he was trying to rip the rim right off the glass.
Coles passes to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Rizichet. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And that one's good. McNeely.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Rizichet. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Rizichet's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Throws it up high.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. And so it's Minnesota making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment.
And we welcome you to halftime. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do. And that's go off topic.
What topic?
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Timberwolves.
They love to run.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, the energy really affects your teammates. It can be infectious, and now everybody has to match that energy level.
And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
On the court for Minnesota, MP is out there with Topic. Then there's Anthony Edwards. That is Baron J in at the center, filling out the middle. Murray Boyles. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Young can't hit.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. And the basket by Edwards.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Okongwu, a screen on Edwards. To the middle, looking to end the run. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
And the basket by MP.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. She said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Guys?
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Young. Okongwu, a screen on MP. Okongwu inside. There's Young with the 3. Edwards pulls it in.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
MP, the pass to Edwards. From behind the arc. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. For Atlanta, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Rizichet. From the arc. And Atlanta misses again.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Murray Boyles. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
Well, that is just real miscommunication there, sending it out of bounds.
And Atlanta making a change here. Bryant's checked in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that.
On a night that was hyped for all that was said.
A lot of folks these days think life is what...
Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Dominic.
All right, MP, think about the teams that people... What do they all have in common?
They all shared the ball.
I think you should try snorkeling first. I do wonder if they may be interested in league expansion.
On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you, as they say?
So much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
We've seen a number of games now since MP set his sights on leading the game in assists. His playmaking has been interesting to watch for sure.
And MP's assist numbers really have dominated the opponent since this objective was set. MP has been able to support his teammates, improve the chemistry, and win some big games here down the stretch. I got to hand it to MP. He's impressed a lot of people.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Tatum. He's out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Jacobson in at the 3 spot. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
MP shooting with rhythm. This is why defenders have to be in his airspace.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Minnesota's head coach. He immediately brought up Jason Tatum, the incredible all-star forward, saying, quote, Tatum is an NBA champion for a reason. He leads his team. JT does it all at 6'8", great passing it, defending, and obviously scoring too. We'll see how they plan to contain Jason tonight. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team, and with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives it great confidence.
Here's Beranger. Edwards kicks to MP. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. MP's got 9.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And it's Denver scoring again.
And Tatum is pretty calm out there. He does not rattle easily. Incredible concentration in the face of hardcore defense there.
Drills it from outside.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Now, here's MP. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Lets it go from deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Both teams deciding to change it up. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters, MP is number 1.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Clock at 6. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to MP. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. A 3 from MP. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist on the night. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, takes the 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And I like the ball.
Oh,
man. My goodness. That dunk from MP is usually what you see on the blacktop.
Pass to Tatum. They need this. And the rejection by MP. And MP throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Edwards got 5 points so far.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams kicks to Garcia. Johnson outside. From outside, off the mark. MP passes to Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. And they get it back. Pass to MP. Fires for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. MP getting it done for Minnesota. 18 points from 3-point range for him in that quarter. That is And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here. .124 left in the first half. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to getting the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He dropped 48 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of three. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Both shots good from the stripe. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last 2 seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
MP grabs the miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Launches the three. Good on the triple. 8 points for him.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
For three, Edwards. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A three at the buzzer, that'll do it.
The Western Conference winner, Ja Morant.
Well, Ja Morant has certainly been one of the most exciting guys to watch. The athleticism, are you kidding me? Never passes up an opportunity.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Timberwolves. That is more than enough of a...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back to the action in just a minute. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Second half is underway, and here's who David Adelman's got on the floor. Tatum out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Jacobson in at the 3 spot. Nuggets shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Here's Forrest. Makes it off the glass. Forrest has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Nuggets.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
The 3 from MP. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Minnesota. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Nuggets just need to take it a game at a time. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Forrest. And the layup is good. Forrest has got 8 points.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Topic. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And there's Edwards on the assist by MP. 11 feet away. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. MP's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Forrest. 8 points for him. Pass to Jacobson. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on
and MP throws it down hard.
Nice slash by MP right there. Love when he takes the initiative.
Here's Jacobson. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Back to MP. 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
Jacobson can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Pass to Murray Boyle. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Yeah, and I think he...
Minnesota calls timeout. They're up by 31.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
And once they polish off this one, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Ready, MP.
It's Game 4 of the end.
It's been a very one-sided NBA Finals. It's 3-0. So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Topic out there with MP. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Baron J in at the center position. And for Detroit, we've got Walker Kessler. Also Duren out there. Thompson out there with Henderson. And it's Dawson in at the 2. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they have the opportunity here to sweep the NBA Finals and do it with a win out on the road.
And talk about a potential display of dominance. But sometimes these games are the hardest to win. And you know their opponents will fight hard to deny them the sweep.
All right, let's send it over to the sideline for the latest on MP's legendary career.
Thanks, guys. After passing Curry and becoming the all-time threes leader, he expressed relief. He said it was great to experience. Steph reached out, had some kind words for me, and I'm glad to focus on basketball again. He's earned it, guys.
Great stuff there. Thank you. It's Edwards on the wing. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Pass to Dawson. That one drops for him.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Fires in the triple.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 7-point differential. Pass to Henderson. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Now here's Kessler. Kessler a screen. Henderson for 3. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
They double him with MP. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Dawson, covered by MP. Dawson can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Yeah, that one's good.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Henderson outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Henderson's got 5 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the foul called on. They've got Cunningham. Hardy is out there with Andrew Nembhard. And it's Kennedy in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pistons trail by 4. Stolen by MP. All alone on the break.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Dawson. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
They'll credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Kennedy. Here's Hardy. Here's Kennedy. He's scoreless. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nembhard. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He had 57 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission. possession just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Great report there, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early. Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Cunningham outside. Mr. Hardy. The three ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his third assist of the night.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up. And there's MP clapping back. He is such a competitor.
Let's turn our attention to the sidelines for the latest on Tumani Kamara. Allie, what's the prognosis?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Pistons head athletic trainer. I was told it's a knee sprain. Not great news by any stretch, but luckily it wasn't anything major. He'll be out for the rest of this game, and it sounds like it'll be a considerable amount of time before he's back in playing shape. Over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
That's so true, but it is all...
So it's Minnesota in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint. But when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively.
Seeing how things are... Thanks as always.
And the energy is palpable in this arena. Welcome back to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
On the court for the Timberwolves. We got Anthony Edwards. MP is out there with Topic. And it's Baron J in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've... So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the basket by MP.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far. Now Duran, down low. Pass to Dawson. Driving in. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pass to Dawson. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
You love the start to the second half. 3. Can they keep it going? Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
And the dunk by Duran.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim.
Boy, drawing the defense's attention. Edwards pays it forward. Nice work on the pass.
Fires the 3. Dawson can't hit.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And Edwards with the basket on the assist by MP. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Dawson. Three-pointer. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
Yeah, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
From deep, MP drains the triple. MP's got 10 points here in the second half.
You have loved the attitude of MP tonight. He's looked for his shot from the opening tip, and he's been so involved.
And the foul called on MP. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Ball stolen. And both teams making substitutions here.
That's going to do it for this game. These teams, the entire season, what an unbelievable journey. It'll be a hoisting of the Larry O'Brien for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And what a dominant showing here in these finals. They are going to coast to a title with a clean sweep. You could tell how badly they wanted to win this trophy as soon as the series got underway.
And it's a testament to their work ethic and passion for the game. They wanted this championship bad, and they went out there and left no doubt in anyone's mind that they were the better team that deserved to win this series.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Walker Kessler out there with Durant. Then it's Henderson, then it's Thompson, and it's Dawson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Fires from deep. And the Minnesota Timberwolves have done it. They are the NBA champions. They go on the road and take care of business. And now the championship is theirs.
To be on the road, to silence the crowd, winning a championship with all of it on the line. What an incredible performance. Hats off to this team.
An incredible moment. You can see it in their faces. Forever known as NBA champions. And you can bet back home the celebration has started. Thanks for being a part of it with us all season long. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
Yeah! Let's go! I can't believe this! Man! Who? 5 of them, y'all? Who can stop us? Huh? Let's go! Let's go! That's 5 now. Count them up. Go on, count them. That's 5, right? Yeah, let's go. See, the first one, that's a dream come true. The second, that's even harder than the first. The third, man. Woo! And the fourth, that's just crazy. But 5? Man, that's GOAT status. I got 5 of them. 5. Woo! Yes, let's go! Yes, go. Hey, Dion, get in here.
Hey, congratulations, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, yo, you did it. One for the thumb.
That's one for the thumb, baby.
Hey,
yeah.
You come a long way from the West Coast basketball
Man,
league, right?
I can't believe I was ever that young.
And I can't believe I'm the first person to give you a shot.
No, hey, don't make it about you.
Hey, man.
I love you, brother. I love you, man.
Congratulations.
Yes, let's go.
Hey,
we got another one. Zed, baby, we got 5, don't we? Don't we got 5? We got 5.
Good game, MP.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, we have some FIBA group play for you. It should be a good one. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We've got Philippines taking on USA. Taking a look at USA, this is their first group stage game. It is vital they win this one.
Yeah, in this format, only 2 group games. You're immediately under pressure. I like that about this FIBA tournament.
And as for the Philippines, they lost their first group stage contest. They need to win tonight.
Yeah, it's simple. They lose, they are out. So tonight is about playing with passion for your country. They have to be locked in tonight.
FIBA games, to me, are unique because the heartbeat really comes from the entire roster. It's less star-centric than your average NBA game.
And even with the way the ball moves, it reminds me a little of college basketball. You won't see many early shots, and teams really work the ball around to find gaps and flaws before moving for a basket.
And MP is in rare company. He was named to the All-NBA team for the 6th time.
And it's really a tribute to everything he's done in this league. I mean, he has sustained excellence, and really only the greats have done what MP's done.
Well, perhaps the biggest difference between NBA and FIBA rules is goaltending.
Yeah, in FIBA, you are allowed to bat a ball that's sitting on the rim off. Likewise, you can finish a shot that rests over the cylinder on the offensive end of things.
And here's the Philippines now. USA making their last shot.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's Fernandez. Oh, he tries a 3. The rebound by Sims. Outside Edwards. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Just great timing and great hops. MP had all the ingredients for an excellent alley-oop.
Pass to Abayon. Here's Ruiz. Here's Pacquiao. No good with the triple. Well, Jordan Clarkson, the star of the Philippines the last few years. He's helped define the program.
It was quite the journey for Clarkson to become eligible for the Philippines. They ask a lot of Jordan. He is out there to dictate their offense, and he loves playing for them.
Here's Abayon. USA making their last shot. And another miss by the Philippines.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense...
MP outside. It's McDaniels on the wing. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And it's USA with another.
Look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
And we know that MP has played overseas when he spent a year in Europe. But this is the first time MP has sported the red, white, and blue.
And if he plays how everyone is hoping he'll play, we could see a lot more of MP on Team USA. He has the makings to be a great fit for the U.S. for a long time.
And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for USA.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
Shot is good by Alvarez. Alvarez got his first 3 points of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's games.
Well, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
When you talk about passion for the game of basketball, so it's USA holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Thanks for being with us for this FIBA group play action with the third quarter just now underway. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Here's Abayan following the three-pointer by USA. Pass to Ruiz. Here's Garcia. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul. And the foul called on MP. That's his fourth. MP's checked in for USA. There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter here. Some nice passing here by Philippines. Pacquiao. Off target from three-point range.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Oh, my goodness. MP tried to bring the house down.
Pass to Fernandez. Inside. Here's Garcia. And that's good from 17 feet.
Well, he probably didn't need the fadeaway. There's an example of style points.
MP looking around. And again, USA with the triple.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Here's Fernandez. Here's Pacquiao. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. The drive by. Oh, big finish!
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
The shot by Pacquiao, no good. On the tape. Oh, hammer it home.
Nice. Well, I love the aggressiveness from MP. Great work getting into the lane.
Pass to Ruiz. Here's Abayan. Over Dillingham. Abayan shot is off. Left side, Mitchell. Here's Dillingham. MP outside. On the wing, Mitchell. He drops it from range.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there.
Thanks, guys. We're here with MP. Big night.
Coach said that's what we needed.
Brian, over to you.
Thank you for joining us.